Hello, I'm Thomas Reiner, the Lean Farmer, and welcome to another short clip on Farming Outside the Box. Today, we're going to go over waste of motion, and I'm real excited to show you some improvements that we have on the farm. From last winter to this winter, we had a lot of waste of motion, and it was one of the hardest winters that we've ever had. We're only going into our third winter this year, but last winter was insane. In January, we started getting snow, and then it pretty much went all the way up through February into March, and you know, the daily chores were just crazy as far as trying to keep up with it. So we just had to make some serious changes on what we're going to do, and so far, you know, we're having a mild winter so far, but the improvements are already in place and they're already starting to work great. So I'm going to show you that here in just a second. Okay, so we have a couple pastures on our place. So we have one over here on this side of the driveway. And last winter, that is the field that the horses stayed in, okay? And then we kept the hay all the way around here in this shed. So look how far we had to carry bales of hay every day. And then that was in huge amounts of snow we had to do that. And then we also have another pasture that's fenced off back here. Runs all the way around here and runs up behind our old barn there. And it actually runs all the way down the hill, back down this way toward where our pigs were at. And so we kept the cows over here. And so it was kind of nice to be able to take the hay from here straight to the cows, but we had a tremendous amount of walking with the hay to the horses. And so we knew we had to do something different this year. So a couple things we did, because we were lean farmers. We took real good care and watched our back pasture way back here up to the tree line. You can see the little dots there, that's the cows. We're in the middle of December and we're still able to graze our cows back here. We'll probably make it all the way to January before we have to get them any hay. And that was because we were very careful and did some rotational grazing and mindful of our cows. And that's going to help save the amount of hay we got to give and then just all the labor in giving the hay. So our improvement is we're actually going to split this field in half, okay? And when the cows come over, they'll take the right-hand side and the horses will have the left-hand side. The horses are already in this field, okay? You can't see them right now, but we're also keeping hay up here in this big shed that's up here, and we have hay down here. And so we're going to be able to give the horses hay. I think you can see Chevy right there. We'll be able to give the horses hay right there, so zero, hardly any waste of motion, because it'll just go straight there. And then the cows are going to be on this side, and we're going to be able to give them their hay straight from here. So we're going to save a ton of motion. And when it's, you know, 15 degrees and 30-mile-an-hour winds, this is the Blue Ridge Mountains right here. That's Big Mount Pleasant, and those winds come straight over and hit us. That is some serious cold. And so when all that's going on and you're slobbing around in 18 inches of snow trying to do chores, you don't want to have to walk hardly anywhere. So very excited about what we've been able to pull off for the winter coming up. So waste of motion, it impacts us all, and a lot of times we don't even think about it. And I know on the farm for the longest time we didn't think about it, and it was my wife who actually started getting me to think about it a lot more, and she started leaning out her morning routines and all the chores that we were having to do, and she really made me start thinking about it. And then after last winter, like I said, knew we had to make some changes. So if you have any motion in your life, you should look at trying to reduce that waste. Thanks again for watching another short clip of Farming Outside the Box.